Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, book summary in English. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Power Books. Have you ever wondered if there's a hidden formula for success? A timeless secret that the wealthiest and most accomplished individuals throughout history have understood and applied? What if that secret wasn't about luck or privilege, but about the sheer power of your own mind? Today, we're not just reading a book, we're delving into a legend. We're unlocking the enduring wisdom of Think and Grow Rich by the iconic Napoleon Hill. Born from over 2 decades of research into the lives of giants like Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, and Thomas Edison, this isn't just a guide to accumulating wealth. It's a profound philosophy for achieving any goal you set for yourself. Hill reveals the 13 definitive principles that transform desire into reality, thought into tangible success, and ambition into achievement. Get ready to challenge your limiting beliefs, ignite your definite purpose, and learn how to harness the power of your subconscious mind to manifest the life you truly desire. If you're ready to tap into the limitless potential within you and finally bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be, hit that like button, subscribe to Power Books if you haven't already, and let's begin Think and Grow Rich. Chapter 1, Desire, the First Step Toward Riches. In this foundational first chapter, Desire, Napoleon Hill immediately establishes the absolute prerequisite for all achievement and riches, a burning, definite desire. He stresses that this is far more than a mere wish or hope. It is an intense, unwavering, and specific longing that consumes one's thoughts and drives relentless action. Hill posits that without this initial fervent desire, no amount of talent, education, or opportunity will lead to substantial success. The chapter then introduces Hill's iconic 6-step method for transmuting intangible desire into its financial equivalent. This practical framework begins with the imperative to fix in your mind the exact amount of money you desire, followed by determining precisely what you intend to give in return for it, setting a definite date for its possession, and creating a concrete plan for its attainment. Crucially, Hill instructs the reader to write out a clear statement of these points and to read it aloud twice daily, once just before sleeping and once after waking up, imbuing the desire with emotional intensity and feeding it to the subconscious mind. Through powerful anecdotes, such as the unwavering determination of R.U. Darby, who repeatedly sought out and eventually learned from Thomas Edison, Hill illustrates how an intense, burning desire transforms an ordinary wish into a powerful, driving force that compels persistence against all odds, effectively turning thoughts into tangible reality. Key takeaways. 1. The genesis of achievement. Napoleon Hill asserts that a definite, burning desire is the essential starting point for all great accomplishments and the accumulation of riches. 2. Desire versus wish. It distinguishes a passive wish from an active, intense desire, which must be specific and unwavering. 6-step method. The chapter outlines a practical, detailed method for turning this desire into concrete plans and ultimately wealth, emphasizing visualization and repetition. Fueling action. The core message is that an intense, emotionally charged desire provides the necessary persistence and drive to overcome obstacles and transform abstract thoughts into tangible reality. Chapter 2, Faith, the Second Step Toward Riches. In this chapter, faith delves into the crucial role of belief in the process of achieving one's desires. Napoleon Hill emphasizes that faith is the state of mind that can be induced or created by affirmation or repeated instructions to the subconscious mind through conscious autosuggestion. He asserts that a mere desire is not enough. It must be coupled with an unwavering faith in its attainment. Hill explains that the subconscious mind acts upon the dominant thoughts and emotions presented to it, and when these thoughts are imbued with faith, they are more readily translated into their physical equivalent. The chapter provides practical guidance on how to develop and cultivate this essential faith. It suggests that by repeatedly visualizing oneself already in possession of the desired outcome, and by affirming this belief with strong emotion, one can impress these thoughts upon the subconscious mind. Hill highlights that faith is not a passive hope, but an active belief that influences one's actions and attracts the necessary resources and opportunities. He reinforces the idea that thoughts are things, and when those thoughts are charged with emotion and faith, they become powerful forces capable of manifesting reality. The chapter implicitly links back to the previous one by showing how a burning desire, when combined with faith, becomes an irresistible force. Key takeaways. 1. Faith as a state of mind. Hill defines faith as a mental state that can be cultivated through conscious effort and repetition, not just a passive belief. 2. Power of the subconscious. The subconscious mind is presented as a powerful medium that acts upon thoughts imbued with faith, translating them into reality. 3. Autosuggestion's role. The chapter emphasizes the importance of self-affirmation and visualization as tools to impress desired outcomes onto the subconscious, thereby building faith. 4. Emotion and belief. It highlights that thoughts charged with strong emotion and unwavering belief are the most potent for manifestation. Chapter 3, Autosuggestion, the third step toward riches. In Chapter 3, Autosuggestion, Napoleon Hill unveils the crucial mechanism by which we can directly influence our subconscious mind and, in doing so, transform desire into reality. He defines autosuggestion as the medium of communication between the conscious and subconscious mind, essentially the process of self-suggestion. Hill explains that the subconscious mind is highly impressionable, acting upon thoughts and commands, particularly those infused with strong emotion and repeated consistently. Unlike the conscious mind, the subconscious does not discriminate between constructive and destructive thoughts. It simply processes and manifests whatever is impressed upon it most frequently and with the most feeling. This chapter serves as the practical bridge, connecting the burning desire, Chapter 1, and unwavering faith, Chapter 2, to their actual manifestation. Hill details how to apply autosuggestion effectively by vividly visualizing oneself already in possession of the desired riches, verbally repeating one's definite purpose aloud, as outlined in the 6-step plan, and crucially by imbuing these thoughts and images with intense emotion and conviction. For example, when reading your definite purpose statement, you must feel the money in your hands or experience the desired achievement as if it were already real. Hill emphasizes the vital importance of guarding one's mind against negative autosuggestion, warning that dwelling on fears, doubts, or poverty consciousness will similarly impress the subconscious, leading to undesirable outcomes. Consistent, disciplined application of positive autosuggestion is presented as the key to directing the subconscious toward achieving one's goals. Key takeaways. 1. Medium to subconscious. Autosuggestion is the primary method for communicating directly with and influencing the powerful subconscious mind. 2. Power of repetition and emotion. The subconscious mind responds most effectively to thoughts that are repeated frequently and charged with strong emotion. 3. Practical application. It provides specific techniques such as vivid visualization and verbal affirmation of one's definite purpose to impress desired outcomes. Guarding against negativity. The chapter warns against negative autosuggestion, dwelling on fear or doubt, as the subconscious does not differentiate and will manifest undesirable thoughts as readily as positive ones. Chapter 4, Specialized Knowledge, the fourth step toward riches. In Chapter 4, Specialized Knowledge, Napoleon Hill distinguishes between two types of knowledge, asserting that specialized knowledge, rather than general knowledge, is the true catalyst for accumulating riches. He clarifies that while general knowledge is valuable for a broad understanding, it rarely leads to significant wealth accumulation because it lacks the specific application needed to solve unique problems or create unique value. True power, Hill argues, lies in the intelligent organization and practical application of specialized knowledge directly pertinent to one's definite chief aim. Hill emphasizes that one doesn't necessarily need to possess all the specialized knowledge personally. Rather, it's crucial to know how and where to acquire it and how to effectively organize and direct those who do possess it. He cites historical figures like Henry Ford, who, despite limited formal education, amassed vast fortunes by intelligently surrounding himself with experts and utilizing their specialized knowledge for a specific purpose. The chapter underscores the importance of continual learning in one's chosen field, as specialized knowledge can quickly become obsolete. It advises aspiring achievers to become perpetual students, constantly seeking out relevant information through study, experience, and collaboration, ensuring their knowledge base remains sharp and directly aligned with their definite purpose. This chapter thus provides the intellectual framework necessary to support the preceding mental steps of desire, faith, and autosuggestion. Key takeaways. 1. Specialized versus general knowledge. Hill differentiates, stating that specialized knowledge directly applicable to a specific purpose is key to wealth, unlike broad general knowledge. 2. Knowledge is applied power. Knowledge itself is inert. Its value comes from its intelligent organization and practical application towards a definite goal. 3. Acquisition methods. It emphasizes diverse ways to acquire specialized knowledge, including self-study, experience, and the strategic utilization of experts. 4. Continual learning. The chapter highlights the necessity of lifelong learning in one's field to keep specialized knowledge current and effective. Chapter 5, Imagination, the fifth step toward riches. In Chapter 5, Imagination, Napoleon Hill positions this faculty as the workshop of the mind, the indispensable crucible where desire and specialized knowledge are forged into concrete plans and actionable ideas for accumulating riches. He argues that imagination is not merely idle daydreaming, but a powerful active force essential for conceiving, developing, and transforming abstract thoughts into tangible reality. Hill distinguishes between two vital forms of imagination. Synthetic imagination. This is the ability to arrange existing concepts, ideas, and facts into new combinations. It doesn't create new principles, but rather combines old ones in novel ways, much like Henry Ford synthesized existing production methods into the revolutionary assembly line for automobiles. This form is crucial for developing practical plans. Creative imagination. This is the more profound faculty through which entirely new ideas and inspirations are born, often as flashes of insight or hunches from the subconscious mind. It's typically activated when the conscious mind is working at a high intensity, perhaps fueled by strong desire or autosuggestion. The chapter emphasizes that ideas born of imagination are the true currency of success, often preceding and leading to financial wealth. Hill urges readers to cultivate and exercise their imagination regularly, using it as a tool to visualize their definite purpose, formulate intricate plans, and continuously innovate. By actively engaging this mental workshop, one can bridge the gap between desire and the practical methods needed to achieve extraordinary results. Key takeaways. 1. Mind's workshop. Hill identifies imagination as the essential mental faculty for conceiving ideas, formulating plans, and transforming abstract desires into tangible realities. 2. Synthetic imagination. This form combines existing ideas into new arrangements, crucial for practical plan development and innovation. Example, new applications of existing knowledge. 3. Creative imagination. This deeper form originates entirely new ideas and inspirations, often manifesting as sudden insights from the subconscious. 4. Ideas as capital. The chapter stresses that well-developed ideas, generated through imagination, are the true source of wealth and achievement. Chapter 6, Organized Planning, the sixth step toward riches. In Chapter 6, Organized Planning, Napoleon Hill emphasizes that a burning desire, reinforced by faith, autosuggestion, specialized knowledge, and imagination, remains inert without a concrete, organized plan for action. This chapter serves as the vital bridge that translates abstract ideas and aspirations into a systematic blueprint for achievement. Hill asserts that most failures stem from a lack of a definite, well-conceived plan, or a reluctance to adapt it when challenges arise. A cornerstone of this chapter is the formal introduction of the mastermind group. Hill defines a mastermind as a coordination of knowledge and effort in a spirit of harmony between two or more people for the attainment of a definite purpose. He argues that collaborating with individuals who possess complementary specialized knowledge and share a spirit of cooperation dramatically multiplies one's mental and practical power. Through such a group, one gains access to diverse perspectives, problem-solving capabilities, and accountability essential for successful execution. The chapter details a systematic approach to planning, which involves determining the specific service or value to be offered, analyzing necessary resources, creating a step-by-step roadmap, and most importantly, taking immediate and persistent action on the plan. Hill stresses that while the plan must be definite, it also needs to be flexible. If one plan fails, the leader should simply replace it with another, emphasizing perseverance in the ultimate goal rather than rigidity in method. Key takeaways. 1. Blueprint for action. Hill stresses that organized planning is essential to translate desire and ideas into concrete, actionable steps. Without it, efforts are scattered and ineffective. 2. The Mastermind Group. This chapter formally introduces the concept of collaborating with a harmonious group of individuals whose combined knowledge and efforts create synergistic power for goal attainment. 3. Definite and flexible plans. It outlines the necessity of creating concrete, step-by-step plans, while also emphasizing the importance of flexibility and persistence in replacing failed plans with new ones. 4. Immediate action. The core message includes the critical importance of taking immediate and continuous action on the developed plan to move from conception to realization. Chapter 7, Decision, the seventh step toward riches. In Chapter 7, Decision, Napoleon Hill powerfully emphasizes that the ability to make swift and firm decisions is a defining characteristic of successful individuals and a critical step toward accumulating riches. He contrasts this decisiveness with indecision, which he identifies as a common and devastating trait among those who fail to achieve their goals. Hill asserts that prompt decision-making, followed by resolute adherence to that decision, is essential for translating desires and plans into tangible action. The chapter highlights the significant dangers of indecision, including procrastination, the erosion of opportunities, and the susceptibility to negative influences from others. Hill often cites historical examples, such as Henry Ford's unwavering decision to produce the Model T despite widespread skepticism, as a testament to the power of resolute action born from firm decisions. He advises that while decisions should be based on a thorough gathering of facts, linking back to specialized knowledge and organized planning, once those facts are acquired, procrastination in making the decision becomes a fatal flaw. Furthermore, Hill stresses the importance of guarding one's mind against the opinions of negative or unsupportive individuals once a definite decision has been made, relying instead on one's own counsel and the trusted wisdom of a harmonious mastermind group. This chapter underscores that the mental fortitude to take decisive action is paramount in the journey toward achievement. Key takeaways. 1. Hallmark of success. Hill identifies the ability to make quick, firm decisions as a distinguishing trait of leaders and wealth accumulators, contrasting it sharply with the indecision common among failures. 2. Dangers of indecision. The chapter warns that indecision leads to procrastination, missed opportunities, and susceptibility to negative external influences. 3. Fact-based, swift action. Decisions should be informed by facts, but once gathered, must be made promptly and held with unwavering firmness. 4. Guard your convictions. The core message includes the importance of protecting one's definite decisions from the criticism of negative individuals, relying on personal conviction and supportive collaborators. Chapter 8, Persistence, the eighth step toward riches. In Chapter 8, Persistence, Napoleon Hill identifies this quality as the indispensable cornerstone of all great achievement, distinguishing those who succeed from those who merely wish. He asserts that a burning desire and a definite plan are rendered useless without the unwavering fortitude to carry them through, despite inevitable obstacles, setbacks, and temporary defeats. Persistence, Hill explains, is not merely stubbornness, but a disciplined state of mind, cultivated through a clear understanding of one's definite purpose, coupled with a resolute determination to achieve it. Hill outlines a four-step framework for developing persistence. 1. A definite purpose supported by an intense desire. 2. A definite plan of action. 3. A mind closed tightly against all negative and discouraging influences, including those from friends and family. And 4. A harmonious alliance with a mastermind group to provide support and encouragement. He famously highlights that most people are quitters, who give up just before success is within reach, drawing on his earlier anecdote of R.U. Darby, who learned the painful lesson of stopping 3 feet from gold. This chapter emphasizes that what appears as failure is often just a signal that the plan needs revision, not that the goal should be abandoned. Ultimately, Hill positions persistence as the bridge between desire and its materialization, the necessary price for accumulating riches and achieving any worthwhile objective. Takeaways. 1. Essential for achievement. Hill defines persistence as the crucial quality that ensures the execution of plans despite obstacles, distinguishing achievers from quitters. 2. Cultivated state of mind. It's presented as a disciplined mental habit that can be developed through a definite purpose, a clear plan, resistance to negativity, and a supportive mastermind group. 3. Failure as temporary defeat. The chapter reframes apparent failures as temporary setbacks that merely indicate a need to revise one's plan, not to abandon the ultimate goal. 4. Price of success. The core message asserts that sustained, unwavering persistence is the non-negotiable price one must pay for significant riches and any great accomplishment. Chapter 9. The Power of the Mastermind, the 9th Step Toward Riches. Summary. In Chapter 9, The Power of the Mastermind, Napoleon Hill unveils what he considers to be one of the most crucial and potent principles for accumulating riches and achieving any significant goal. He defines the mastermind as a coordination of knowledge and effort in a spirit of harmony between 2 or more people for the attainment of a definite purpose. Hill argues that the power of such a group extends beyond the mere sum of individual intelligences. When minds unite in a spirit of shared purpose and cooperation, a third mind, or a supermind, is created, generating new ideas and insights that no single person could conceive alone. This is the mental chemistry that produces exponential creative and problem-solving power. The chapter stresses that harmony among the group members is absolutely vital, as conflict or ego can swiftly dismantle this synergistic power. Hill advises selecting individuals who are sympathetic to your definite purpose and who possess complementary specialized knowledge, skills, and positive mental attitudes. He frequently cites historical examples, most notably Andrew Carnegie's Cabinet, a powerful collective of highly specialized individuals whose combined efforts and coordinated intelligence were instrumental in building his vast steel empire. Hill emphasizes that the mastermind principle applies to any definite purpose, not just financial wealth, making it an invaluable tool for overcoming complex challenges and achieving extraordinary outcomes through the magnified power of collective intelligence and harmonious effort. Key takeaways. 1. Definition of mastermind. Hill describes it as the harmonious coordination of knowledge and effort among 2 or more people toward a definite purpose. 2. Synergistic power. The chapter highlights that a mastermind group generates a third mind or supermind, yielding insights and power greater than the sum of its individual parts. 3. Importance of harmony. It emphasizes that a spirit of mutual respect, trust, and harmony is critical for the mastermind's effectiveness, as discord can destroy its power. 4. Strategic selection and application. The core message includes the need to carefully select individuals with complementary skills and a shared vision, actively utilizing this collective intelligence for problem-solving and goal attainment. Chapter 10, The Mystery of Sex Transmutation, the 10th Step Toward Riches. In Chapter 10, The Mystery of Sex Transmutation, Napoleon Hill explores the profound power of the sex urge, arguing that it is the most potent and insistent of all human desires. However, he clarifies that this energy, when transmuted or redirected from its purely physical expression into other forms of creative and productive endeavor, becomes a powerful force for accumulating riches and achieving extraordinary success. Hill posits that many great leaders, artists, and business magnates throughout history have possessed highly developed sex natures, and their genius stemmed not from its physical indulgence, but from its conscious redirection into passionate thought and action related to their definite purpose. Hill emphasizes that the emotion of sex carries with it an inherent force of mind stimulation, unparalleled by any other emotion. When this powerful energy is channeled through autosuggestion, as discussed in Chapter 3, towards the pursuit of a definite chief aim, it can ignite the imagination, sharpen perception, and enhance persistence to an extraordinary degree. The chapter suggests that the period of a man's greatest achievements often coincides with the development of his understanding and application of this transmutation principle. For example, he implies that individuals who learn to harness this intense energy can direct it into creative thought, persistent effort, and the magnetic attraction of others into a mastermind group, leading to unparalleled drive and accomplishment. Hill's central message is that mastery over this powerful urge, through its intelligent redirection, can elevate one's mental and spiritual faculties, unlocking a higher level of creative energy essential for translating desire into reality. Key takeaways. 1. Sex energy as potent force. Hill identifies the sex urge as the most powerful human drive capable of stimulating the mind to a high degree of intensity. 2. Transmutation for achievement. The chapter's core concept is sex transmutation, which means redirecting this potent energy from purely physical expression into creative thought, definite purpose, and sustained effort. 3. Enhanced mental faculties. When transmuted, this energy can significantly boost imagination, courage, willpower, persistence, and the power of attraction, essential for leadership and wealth creation. 4. Mastery for genius. Hill suggests that individuals who learn to master and redirect this powerful force often experience their period of greatest achievement and can tap into a higher form of creative genius. Chapter 11, The Subconscious Mind, the 11th Step Toward Riches. In Chapter 11, The Subconscious Mind, Napoleon Hill unveils the vast and tireless power of this often overlooked mental realm, positioning it as the crucial intermediary that transforms thought impulses into their physical equivalent. He describes the subconscious mind as a fertile garden, relentlessly working day and night, accepting whatever seeds, thoughts are planted in it, whether they are constructive or destructive. Crucially, the subconscious does not discriminate. It simply acts upon the dominant thoughts and emotions consistently impressed upon it, making conscious control over one's thoughts paramount. Hill emphasizes that thoughts imbued with intense emotion are the most potent for influencing the subconscious. He identifies 7 major positive emotions: desire, faith, love, sex, enthusiasm, romance, and hope, as the primary channels through which positive thought vibrations can be most effectively communicated. Conversely, he warns against dwelling on 7 major negative emotions: fear, jealousy, hatred, revenge, greed, superstition, and anger, as these too will impress the subconscious, leading to undesirable outcomes. The chapter powerfully reinforces the importance of autosuggestion, Chapter 3, as the key method for consciously feeding the subconscious with positive, emotionally charged thoughts related to one's definite purpose. By consistently practicing positive thought patterns and guarding against negative influences, one can program the subconscious to tirelessly work toward the manifestation of one's desires, effectively aligning the inner world with outward achievement. Key takeaways. 1. Thought to reality converter. Hill portrays the subconscious mind as a powerful, tireless engine that transforms all emotionally charged thought impulses into their physical equivalent without discrimination. 2. No discrimination. It emphasizes that the subconscious mind does not differentiate between positive and negative thoughts. It acts on whatever is impressed upon it most frequently and intensely. Power of positive emotions. The chapter identifies 7 key positive emotions, like faith and desire, that are essential for effectively communicating powerful, constructive thoughts to the subconscious. 4. Conscious control and autosuggestion. The core message highlights the necessity of consciously selecting and impressing positive thoughts via autosuggestion, guarding against negative influences to direct the subconscious toward desired outcomes. Chapter 12, The Brain, the 12th Step Toward Riches. In Chapter 12, The Brain, Napoleon Hill delves into the physical mechanism through which the mind operates, describing the human brain as a sophisticated and highly efficient broadcasting and receiving station for vibrations of thought. He proposes that the brain acts as the physical counterpart to the spiritual and mental forces discussed in previous chapters, enabling humans to both transmit powerful thought impulses and receive ideas, inspirations, and knowledge from external sources, including what he refers to as infinite intelligence. Hill elaborates on the concept of the master mind group from Chapter 9, explaining how the harmonious coordination of two or more brains creates a synergistic superbrain, amplifying the power to send and receive thought vibrations related to their definite purpose. He suggests that the collective brain power generates a mental chemistry that allows for the creation of new ideas and problem-solving capacities far beyond what any single individual brain could achieve alone. The chapter implicitly emphasizes that by consistently applying principles like desire, faith, autosuggestion, and sex transmutation, one effectively tunes and stimulates the brain to operate at higher frequencies, making it more receptive to inspiration and more effective at broadcasting compelling thoughts. Essentially, Hill posits that the brain is not merely a static organ, but an active, dynamic instrument that can be purposefully conditioned and leveraged to facilitate the manifestation of one's goals by becoming a more powerful tool for both thought and perception. Key takeaways. 1. Broadcasting and receiving station. Hill describes the brain as the physical apparatus that both transmits thought impulses and receives inspirations and knowledge, potentially from a universal source of intelligence. 2. Mastermind amplification. The chapter explains how the coordinated effort of multiple brains in a mastermind group creates a powerful collective intelligence, enhancing their capacity for thought and manifestation. 3. Brain as an instrument. It views the brain as a dynamic tool that can be conditioned and tuned through the application of principles like autosuggestion and sex transmutation to operate at higher frequencies. 4. Physical basis for mental power. The core message ties the abstract mental processes of thought, desire, and faith to the physical functionality of the brain, suggesting it is the instrument through which these energies manifest. Chapter 13, The Sixth Sense, the 13th Step Toward Riches. In Chapter 13, The Sixth Sense, Napoleon Hill introduces what he considers to be the pinnacle of his philosophy, describing it as the faculty through which infinite intelligence can communicate directly with man. The sixth sense is presented as a spontaneous, non-conscious phenomenon, often perceived as a hunch, inspiration, or intuitive flash that transcends the limitations of the five physical senses and ordinary rational thought. It is the mental receiving set through which individuals can gain insights, warnings, and guidance that seem to come from an unseen source, enabling them to navigate complex situations with extraordinary wisdom. Hill emphasizes that the sixth sense is not a faculty one can simply activate at will. Rather, it develops gradually and automatically through the diligent application and mastery of the preceding 12 principles. Consistent practice of a definite purpose, cultivation of unwavering faith, effective autosuggestion, the stimulation of the brain, and harmonious collaboration within a mastermind group all contribute to tuning the mind to become receptive to these higher vibrations of thought. The chapter suggests that this faculty serves as a guardian angel, providing invaluable foresight and protecting against dangers, guiding one toward opportunities that might otherwise be missed. Ultimately, Hill posits that the development of the sixth sense represents the highest form of personal and spiritual growth, granting direct access to a profound wellspring of universal knowledge and insight, essential for achieving the highest levels of success and accumulating true riches in all aspects of life. Key takeaways. 1. Pinnacle of achievement. Hill positions the sixth sense as the most advanced and culminating principle, granting direct access to infinite intelligence through intuition and inspiration. 2. Spontaneous revelation. It operates without conscious effort, manifesting as hunches, flashes of insight, or an inner knowing that transcends rational thought. Developed through practice. This faculty develops gradually as a result of diligent application and mastery of all the preceding 12 principles, particularly faith, autosuggestion, and definite purpose. 4. Source of wisdom and guidance. The core message is that the sixth sense acts as a personal guardian angel, providing foresight, warnings, and innovative ideas that lead to extraordinary wisdom and guidance on the path to riches. Chapter 14, How to Outwit the Six Ghosts of Fear, Clearing the Brain for Riches. Summary. In Chapter 14, How to Outwit the Six Ghosts of Fear, Napoleon Hill confronts the most insidious internal obstacles to achieving riches and success. He identifies fear as the greatest enemy of mankind, capable of paralyzing initiative, destroying ambition, and leading to indecision and ultimate failure. Hill meticulously outlines what he considers the six basic fears that plague humanity, each capable of sabotaging one's pursuit of a definite purpose. 1. The fear of poverty, often the most destructive, leading to a lack of ambition and courage. The fear of criticism suppresses originality and independent thought, fostering conformity. The fear of ill health can lead to hypochondria, self-pity, and a focus on negativity. The fear of loss of love causes jealousy, suspicion, and emotional instability. 5. The fear of old age leads to a decline in enthusiasm and a sense of helplessness. 6. The fear of death promotes anxiety and procrastination, hindering the full experience of life. For each fear, Hill describes its symptoms and the destructive impact it has on the mind, particularly on the subconscious. He stresses that these fears, when entertained, impress negative thoughts upon the subconscious, leading to their manifestation. The solution, Hill argues, lies in the deliberate and consistent application of the positive principles previously discussed. By cultivating a definite purpose, strengthening faith, practicing autosuggestion to replace fear with courage, making swift decisions, and fostering persistence, one can consciously outwit these ghosts and clear the mental space necessary for riches to manifest. This chapter serves as a vital guide to recognizing and eliminating the internal mental blocks that often sabotage even the most well-intentioned efforts. Key takeaways. 1. Fear as the primary obstacle. Hill identifies specific fears as the greatest enemies of achievement, capable of paralyzing initiative and leading to failure. 2. The six basic fears. The chapter details the common manifestations of the fears of poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, and death. Fear's impact on subconscious. Dwelling on fear impresses negative thoughts onto the subconscious mind, leading to undesirable outcomes. 4. Conquering fear with principles. The core message is that these fears can be conquered by actively applying the positive principles of definite purpose, faith, autosuggestion, decision, and persistence. Conclusion. In the concluding section of Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill brings together the essence of his profound philosophy, urging the reader to embrace and immediately apply the 13 principles of success as a unified and systematic pathway to achieving their definite purpose. He reiterates that the accumulation of great riches, whether financial, spiritual, or personal, is rarely a matter of luck or chance, but rather the inevitable outcome of the consistent and intelligent application of these timeless laws. Hill underscores that the ultimate power resides within the individual's mind, and the mastery of one's thoughts, coupled with an unwavering definiteness of purpose, is the true engine of all achievement. The conclusion powerfully synthesizes how desire, faith, autosuggestion, specialized knowledge, imagination, organized planning, decision, persistence, the mastermind, sex transmutation, the subconscious mind, the brain, and the sixth sense all work in harmonious synergy. Hill reminds the reader that the secret he alluded to throughout the book is not a single hidden piece of information, but the cumulative realization that the power to achieve anything resides in one's own ability to harness and direct these principles. He provides a final, emphatic call to action, encouraging diligent study, fearless self-application, and unwavering persistence. The ultimate message is one of empowering individual agency. By consciously aligning one's thoughts and actions with these proven methods, any individual can transcend limitations, outwit the ghosts of fear, and manifest a life filled with desired riches in all their forms. Key takeaways. 1. Synthesis of principles. The conclusion emphasizes that all 13 principles work together synergistically, forming a complete and systematic philosophy for achievement. 2. Power of the mind. Hill reiterates that the ultimate power for success lies within the individual's mind and their ability to control and direct their thoughts. 3. Success by design. The chapter reinforces that great achievements are a result of conscious, consistent application of definite principles, not random chance. The secret revealed. The core message is that the secret to riches is the harmonious, persistent application of the entire philosophy, empowering individuals to manifest their definite purpose. And that brings us to the powerful conclusion of our journey through Think and Grow Rich by the legendary Napoleon Hill. This isn't just a book, it's a blueprint for anyone who dares to dream big and turn those dreams into tangible reality. We've uncovered the 13 foundational principles that transform abstract desire into concrete achievement, from the burning intensity of a definite purpose to the unwavering power of faith and autosuggestion, the strategic genius of organized planning and the mastermind, and the essential courage to outwit the 6 ghosts of fear. Hill has shown us that the true secret to riches, in all forms, not just financial, lies within your own mind, ready to be unleashed through conscious application and unwavering persistence. If you're ready to harness the incredible power of your thoughts, attract the wealth and success you truly desire, and build a life of purpose and fulfillment, then Think and Grow Rich is not just a recommendation, it's a requirement for your personal library. Find the link to grab your copy in the description below. Remember, here at PowerBooks, we believe knowledge is not power. The application of knowledge is power, and applying the wisdom of Napoleon Hill will undoubtedly transform your world. If this summary ignited a fire within you, smash that like button, subscribe to PowerBooks, and make sure to ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next empowering summary. Keep thinking, keep growing, and keep achieving your infinite potential. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on PowerBooks.